Blessings, everyone. This is your girl Venus from Low End Theories podcast.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam. What's going on with you, V? How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing good. I changed my hairstyle. I got some braids in.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Got the big bun going.
yeah, this my first time really getting to look at it. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. You got like the gold. Like the gold
Got some
ribbons going through
highlights.
it or whatever.
Yeah. How to switch it up, do a little different, take a wig break.
I guess those are always needed. You know what I'm saying? I guess those are always
Absolutely.
needed. Shit. Wow. Okay. How you been the last couple of weeks, man? I ain't really, you've been missing in action and shit.
I know, man. I actually just got back from Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So I just came back a few days ago on Sunday. So I was up there and it was cold as shit. I'm like, damn, when is spring gonna kick in? Like, I don't know. But it was like in the 30s at night. So you know my Floridian blood is not used to that shit anymore.
That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. But yeah, the weather has been kind of funny up here, just the last week or so. It was 80 yesterday. It was 70 today. Sunday it was 65. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of crazy and shit. So
That's that pneumonia weather.
hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? My throat kind of rough right now. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
And it's just because once the temperature shot up, I got an old house, so like the ventilation and the it get hot in here, you know what I mean? So if you don't have the AC going, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be real hot, you know what I mean? So
Got it.
when you cycle those on, you know what I'm saying, you cycle those on and then it go back to being cold that fucking fast. Your body ain't really ready for that shit. So it's a little rough, but it could just be I went and got the first I went and got my first shot of the Pfizer. You know what I'm saying? I got that got that hot Pfizer. You know what I'm saying?
How was the after effects of that?
Well, it said 2 days. Whatever's gonna happen was gonna happen in 2 days. I got it Saturday, so my 2 days would have ended Tuesday. It was all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have anything that I could really speak of. I got some muscle tenderness or some muscle aches, but I also started working out again Monday, like just trying to get in shape. I was talking to my nephew, and he was talking about whooping my ass on the basketball court, and I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? All you really got to do is just set a date. You know what I'm saying? You set a date, I'll make sure I'm in shape for it. He like, I say, generally when somebody say set a date and they got to get in shape for some shit, clearly they not ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. Not at all.
So the first thing he says, man, we can do it next week. I was just talking to him last Friday. He said, yeah, we could do it next week, as in this week. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna turn nothing down on my collar. I'm like, all right, man, shit, if you want to shoot out here, that's cool by me. So he's supposed to come out here this weekend, and he gonna bring one of his boys. My mom might come too. So we'll throw some shit on the grill and
Okay, well, definitely keep me posted on who gets they ass whipped on that basketball court,
oh,
because
Charlie,
I want to know.
Charlie, it's gonna be rough if it's just me and him. You know what I'm saying? My nephew like 6'3", 2. He done lost a lot of weight because before he had shot up in weight. He never really was a big dude, but he got married and started having kids, and he definitely was on the dad bod team.
Dad bod.
Yeah. So, but he started slimming down. You know what I'm saying? He cut down on the sugar, and he started slimming down. So I think he down to like 270 now. So we played a little bit when I came home last year. I was at my sister's crib. We played a little bit then, and the jumper was a little off, but it definitely started falling like quick. You know what I'm saying? So it was really just a fitness issue. You know what I'm saying? And because he taught. I ain't gonna get into the particulars of the shit, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna. I probably will get my ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? But I'll compete, you know what I'm saying? I'll definitely compete with him. I would definitely push him on the ground a couple of times. That's definitely gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm definitely hacking.
All right. Be prepared, nephew. Be prepared.
Definitely hacking. I'm definitely hacking. Definitely hacking. So yeah, that was that pretty much happened. So that was pretty much my weekend, like just getting the Pfizer shot and talking to my nephew. We
Okay.
uh we was just it's just been a lot going on, like in with the culture or whatever, man. Like we done lost so many, like not necessarily so many, but like just back to back guys. Like
Yeah, man.
DMX homegoing was this past weekend.
Right.
And it
And
lasted for
Shock
a couple of
G.
days, and then Shock G passed away. I
Yeah.
believe that was Saturday.
Yeah.
They still haven't released any details about his passing. So uh
Yeah. It was back to back, and I got to watch like some of the services for DMX.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because I was watching it online because I saw the videos that popped up on Facebook. So I saw how they had the big monster truck with the red casket on the back, and then the whole Rough Riders, everybody that owned a four-wheeler was out there. Like everybody was out there. So
mm,
I mean, he definitely had a super huge turnout, and at the actual services. I remember seeing Eve up there, and definitely some of the Rough Riders, and his ex-wife Tashira, and I didn't even know he was engaged, but
yeah.
his
He
his
had a young tenderoni, his last baby mama, I guess.
yeah, they have a son together, from what I saw,
Yeah.
and basically Tashira got up on stage and was like, man, she showed her some mad love, like, hey, I'm here for you, you know what I'm saying, you're a good woman, I'm a good woman, like, so it was good because most times, like, the ex and the new is clashing or bumping heads. So it was good to see that, they were in a good space and that she was there and showing support for her and being there for her. So that was really good. Um but then Shock G, like, and it's so funny because DMX is 50 and Shock G is 51. And
N-
then
No,
was it
I think they were
51?
saying no. I think Shock G was closer to 60. I think he was like 57.
Okay, well maybe I'm thinking about Black Rob then.
Black Rob, yeah, because
Yeah, he
Black
was
Rob was
51.
51. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Black
yeah,
Rob
yeah.
was 51, and that shit was so fucking sudden because he had just got out the hospital. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
he was already in the hospital, and then he had just got out and had died within like 5 to 7 days of him being released from the hospital. And that shit was crazy. Like the way that they was doing Puffy online though was crazy. Like it was they was
Oh, they
pretty
was
much
dragging him online.
yeah, they was pretty much like holding him accountable for everything that ever happened or whatever. But I was watching this interview that Master P did with the Breakfast Club uh shortly after I don't know if it was shortly after DMX passed and yeah, it was shortly no, it was shortly after Shock G passed. So this was like pretty recent. It was either like this week or toward the end of last week. Well, toward the beginning of this week. Yeah, it had to be toward the beginning of this week because they talked
Mm-hmm.
about Shock G. But anyway, he was saying that what a lot of people don't really understand is that when somebody becomes an artist, like that's what they sign up to be. They sign up to be talent. So when you sign up to
Mm-hmm.
just be talent, you still have to be responsible, like with your money and making sure that you do what it is that you need to do in order to make sure that your business is straight and that like your
Mm-hmm.
finances are taken care of and everything like that. So it's not completely up to um the label owners or the managing partners to make sure that you taken care of. Like
Right.
what he was saying was that Puffy is basically a middleman. Like even though Puffy is a millionaire. Let's what I'm saying, let's not diminish that shit. But
Right.
as far as like the record industry is concerned, he's a middleman. It's somebody else that Like it was always like Bad Boy Arista or whatever other label it was that was
Mhm.
distributing, they products or whatever. That's who Puffy was basically answering to. So when you have somebody like that's pretty much the middleman in between everything, you can't really rely on the middleman to make sure that you taken care of. You have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So they were still he was still a huge he was still trying to be a huge advocate for like establishing some type of hip hop artist union or some sort of players association like how the NFL or NBA has where they can enter into like some type of group uh co-op where they can
Mhm.
pay fees towards something where they can take care of themselves or get insurance and make sure that they have burial insurance and stuff like that because
Mhm.
what people are what this is what he was saying. He said, well, what people always forget is that everybody dies. So
Mhm.
regardless of whatever it is that you're doing now, like you will eventually die, so you need to make sure that whatever it is that you have now either last until you die or can take care of your people in the unfortunate event that you do so sooner than you think you will.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it kind of had me thinking about like how seriously or if at all we take burial insurance and life insurance and shit because when we see the GoFundMe's and the
Yeah, I see that a lot where, people aren't financially able to, do the final services for their loved ones. And then you see the GoFundMe's popping up. And you have to be prepared. Like, don't leave your family that burden of trying to figure out how they're gonna do your final services. So, I mean, life insurance policies, they don't cost that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do your research, get quotes. I mean, I have policies on myself as well as my children, my grandchild. Like we cover, because you never know when something may happen. So you
yeah.
always want to stay prepared. But it's like the fact that they were saying that, Puffy should have been financially responsible for this man's final services is beyond me because I believe, and I quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe that he may have paid services for, was it Big? He paid
um
for services for somebody that passed that was in the Bad Boy family, like way back.
I think he did do Big's funeral, but I don't remember anybody else passing. Uh
Okay. Okay. So it had to have been Big then.
yeah, I don't remember anybody else passing. Like so
Mm-hmm.
it would have had to been Big. And the thing about it was that they did announce, well, somebody announced that Puffy would be uh helping pay for his services or whatever. But um at the at the end of the day though, they made a lot of money together. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
with everything it was that was going on with Black Rob at the time of his at his peak. You know what I'm saying? Like either putting out the albums or being on the guest features and shit. Like even after
Mm-hmm.
that, he went to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
Mm-hmm.
like there was already like this. There was an inability to manage money early on. So and in 1999 when I believe he was released or on his way home, I believe 1999 is a long time ago. Like when you not even to think of, it's a blink of an eye in somebody's life. But when you
Mm-hmm.
think about all of the things that have happened since then, like 1999 was a very fucking long time ago. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever fucking money it was that he had earned in that time wasn't managed correctly. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's up to the labels to make sure that artists um, speak with financial advisors, or if it's up to uh, A&Rs and managing companies like promoters and stuff like that to make sure that artists are speaking to the right people to handle their money. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
debatable. I think that's debatable because you can. you can have a guy meet with somebody that you tell them like, hey, this guy's good with money, he'll help
You
you
can
with
lead them to water.
finances.
You
Yeah,
can
you can.
definitely lead
That
them to
don't
the water.
necessarily mean he gonna listen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So there's, you know what I'm saying, there's that huge, you know, like possibility that, yeah, I told him everything it was that I knew about money and he still didn't fucking listen. So what else is it that y'all want me to do? Like I just don't understand the idea of having a grown man be responsible for another grown man that was in a position to have millions. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I don't know. Like I know it's not a, you know, it's not a popular subject, and it's kind of uncomfortable to talk about, especially in lieu of, you know, the the passing away of these, you know, legends in our eyes, or these very influential people. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it still needs to be talked about in some way.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Because I mean, I definitely agree with you there. Like, Puffy shouldn't be held accountable. And I mean, it is very unfortunate that, he didn't have the funds or didn't have the affairs in order, but a lot of people don't. And just because he was, in that position back in the 90s to, make that kind of money or whatever, unfortunately, yeah, money gets mismanaged, or he didn't have the financial education that he needed to make sure that 20 years or 30 years down the road that he would be straight. So unfortunately this happens a lot. It's just that this is happening in the public eye. But just in comparison, it's like, okay, if something was to happen to me today or tomorrow, my family can't go to my employer or, and say, hey, okay, well, Venus just passed, so are you going to pay for her expenses? No, it's up
Right.
to me to make sure my affairs are in order should something happen.
Yeah.
So,
I completely agree with you, because they'll pay into your life insurance policy. They'll help you. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you a nice discount on the rate, but they're not paying
mhm,
for your funeral. You know what I'm saying?
not at all.
They're not doing that shit. They'll let somebody send a basket around for your ass. Like if because I done been in offices and call centers and shit where somebody passed away
Yeah.
suddenly and
Mhm.
they
You're
didn't
taking up a collection.
taking up a
Hmm.
collection and shit. I done experienced that shit on several different levels, whether it's somebody young and the shit happens suddenly, or if it's somebody older and they hadn't had their affairs in order before they passed. So, I
Hmm.
mean, it comes for us all. We just don't know when it comes. So you might as well just be prepared for it when it do. Like instead of avoiding it and treating it as if it's something that's so far down the line that it's not something that should be on our minds
Hmm.
in the forefront. Like, nah, man, just because it's one of those things that if you just plan for it once, you don't really have to continue to plan for it. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you can make like one plan and then just leave it at that and not have to worry about the shit again. You know what I mean? So
Oh, absolutely. I'm with you on that because I remember once upon a time when my baby daddy was in them streets real heavy. I was definitely trying to get a policy out
why
on him.
are you
Yep.
talking? Why, fam?
Yep.
Like you had a life insurance policy on your baby daddy.
I will put a policy out there. Hey.
Wow. Wow. Like I just found out like within like I mean when I say just found out like within the last year or so, I just found out
Hmm.
that you could put a life insurance policy on anybody.
Hmm.
Like they don't necessarily have to be like family or a motherfucker. Man, I got these motherfucker. I got these lights going right. So
Hmm.
I got these lights going, and these motherfucking mosquitoes and shit is attracted to these motherfuckers. And
Oh
these big
shit.
bitches. When I say these big bitches,
Oh my god.
these motherfuckers super on some Skull Island side shit. You remember
Oh
them
my goodness.
big ass bugs that was on Skull Island on the King Kong
Yeah.
movie and shit. That's what these fucking man. I'm about to fuck around and be talking in the dark around this motherfucker. Probably gotta fuck around with these mosquitoes.
Oh my goodness.
But nah,
Okay.
yeah, I just found out about that insurance shit, and I was like, damn, okay. Oh, okay. You could just put an insurance policy on the motherfucker, huh? They don't even have to consent to it. Like, no, man, it's
But the catch to it is that should something happen, you need to be able to produce a death certificate. So if you're not able to get your hands on that, or if the family isn't willing to provide you with that information so you can provide that to the insurance company, then you may be shit out of luck.
Okay.
So you got to make sure you know the terms and conditions and what paperwork needs to be involved. You know, because you don't want to be paying into a policy for years and years, and then later on, if something happens, you can't produce paperwork, then all that shit was for nothing. Just saying.
Child, please. But just as much as we had to say goodbye and celebrate life to people, man, we had one of the greatest celebrations of fucking hip hop and life I had ever seen in my life. Like when that Method Man and Redman
Yeah.
420 came on, boy.
Oh my gosh!
Man, that was that. I'm talking about that. My
Like,
soul needed that. Like
I don't even
my
consider
soul
that to
needed
be
that.
a versus battle. Like, to me, like, that was a fucking concert. That was
Man,
not a versus battle.
Doing through. Like it was just one of like the only thing that I didn't like about it was that I guess the DJ was using a Serato or whatever, so like his music wasn't queued up right for
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, for they back and forth or whatever. But every fucking song though, it was like maybe like 2 or 3 that I actually didn't know, or I couldn't
Hmm.
remember the exact words to, but all of the rest of them though, man, I was standing up like bopping. You know what I'm saying? Like while the shit was on, I had found a YouTube channel where I could put that shit on the big screen. I was bopping, standing up. You know what I'm saying? I started fucking cleaning up, like straightening up and shit while I
Uh-huh.
was listening to that shit or whatever. Like, cause that's what it felt like. It's just that's my kind of cleanup music and shit. I put that shit
Right,
on
right,
and I
right.
start moving around. I don't be listening to like Dusty's and shit like that, man. I thought I put on Muddy Waters. You know what I'm saying? I stopped moving around to that shit. So. What you think of it, man? Because they brought out so many
Yeah,
motherfuckers,
I
man.
mean, it was Keith Murray. It was every fucking body.
EPMD, K
EMD.
Solo,
Oh my
uh,
gosh.
Inspector Deck, Capadonna, Street Life came out that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. It was like a fucking concert. It was not a versus battle. So, man, listen, and when I tell you they both look so good, like, cause
Mighty healthy. Mighty healthy.
very, like,
Mighty
I
healthy.
mean, Method Man is what, 50?
Yeah, they
He's
both.
50?
I think Red might be 51, but
Uh-huh.
Meth, like I think he just turned 52. I mean 50
And
as
look
well. 50 as
damn
well.
good. Damn good. And it's like, I follow Method Man on Instagram, so I be seeing like the workout pictures and videos. So you homie in the gym like very often. Very often. Now, he look
Okay,
good.
all
He look
right.
good. He look
All
good.
right, fam. All
Um
right. Damn, okay. Calm down. Down boy. Down boy. Down boy.
keep a pussy in my pants. Keep a pussy in my pants.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? Like, wait, where the fuck that come from? I ain't never heard no shit like that. Oh my God. Okay. Man, who would have known? All it took was fucking Method Man. Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
That's the crush from way back. Like,
Oh my God. I knew more of the Redman songs though than I did the Meth songs though, because I had like me and my cousin Alvin, man, we used to shout out to Alvin. He hit me up like the next day when he was able to watch it, and I was like, yeah, man, just wait, it's gonna get good, man. It came on.
mhm.
Actually, he hit me up like around like 1-2 o'clock that morning and was saying that he had just had a chance to watch it. So I was like, man, just wait. It's because it's gonna get good, man. It's gonna get good.
Mhm.
Like, cause with Keith Murray being out there and with Keith Murray and Eric Sermon out there, they could do Def Squad shit. And they did a couple
Mhm.
of Def Squad songs. And they did the Def Squad songs that I wanted to hear. And then you got Meth and Red, of course they gonna do they back and forths and shit, and they gonna do you, and they gonna do the Rock Wilder, and they gonna do, you know what I'm saying, they things or whatever, and How High, you know what I'm saying. Everybody know the
Yeah.
words to those shit. So
Oh my God.
like it was like, man, I can't, you just kind of forget when, like, as soon as like those shit start, you forget how many fucking songs that you know by heart from these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you just get those good, you know, you get them goosebumps, or you get that, it take
Mm-hmm.
you back to where you
It
was when
take
you
you
first
back. It
heard
was
that shit.
definitely like a feel good show. You know what I'm saying? You was feeling good. You up out your seat. And me, you know, I gotta have my little drink in my hand, my little solo cup. I'm getting prepared. So yeah, so it was a feel good show, and it's like I was up out my seat and I'm reciting the words because I was surprised too. Like, damn, I still know the words to this shit. So
Definitely still know the words to it. Definitely still know the words to it. And the one of the real highlights of it to me was the fact that they were able to just kind of interact without like that whole fear of getting sick and shit. It just kind of felt like,
hmm
not necessarily like we was all the way back, but it just kind of felt like with all of those people that were there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just on the stage. Like I even forgot, I forgot about RZA. RZA was out there too.
Oh yeah.
That, you know, they was all able to share that stage and was saying like how long it had been since they was able to do it. You
hmm
know what I mean? And it just seemed like they was real appreciative of the fact that they was able to do it again. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
it was probably one of the, it was one of them ones, man. Like I really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it's like they keep getting better and better. Like the versus battles, they keep getting better and better. So, I know that I think it was today or yesterday, I saw that the next one is going to be on the 8th, and that's going to be Escape
Escape
and
and
SWV.
SWV, yeah.
So this one is going to be for the R&B heads. So,
And man, I might have to, I might skip on that one. Like
you gonna skip
I just
that
don't,
one?
I don't know their music like that. Like
Oh
I
man.
know like maybe two songs from each one of them. Like Weak.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tune into that one. I'll tune in.
Well, I still watch it. You know what I mean? Just because I would love to see what Latasha looked like, because I used to have a crush on Latasha.
What?
She was the big girl, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I used to have a
Oh,
nice little crush
we
on
know you
Latasha.
like them thick girls. You like them thick.
Man,
Cause she thick.
shit, just like you,
thick.
yeah, just like you love them scrippers. You know what I'm saying? Just like you love them scrippers. You know what I'm saying? We know you love those scrippers. We know I love them big ones. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, man, I used to have a crush. I used to have a crush on her. Like Latasha. That's because that's one of the one. That's probably the only one I really remember outside of Tiny. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them I kind of learned as I got older. Like Candy, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know who Candy is. I know who Taj is because she married my favorite running back. That's how I remember who she is.
Mhm.
And then the rest of them,
Coco, from
oh, Coco, yeah, I
SWV.
forgot about Coco. Coco was she was the okay, yeah. She was in SWV, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I used to think Coco was cute too. And then the yellow girl was in SWV too, right?
Um.
I can't remember
Shit,
her
I
name.
can't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't
I
remember
just
her
remember
name.
Taj and Coco, and I can't remember the other girl's name. But yeah, I know who you're talking about.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I mean, I remember what they looked like, and I know like a couple of songs from them, but I wasn't in like I wasn't digging in their catalog like that. So
Yeah.
it is what it was. Like I listened to whatever. Like if they had a song with Big, or they had a song with a rapper or some shit like that. Because back
Hmm.
then, like in the '90s, that was the thing, the R&B hip hop mashup. Like you had to have that song on your album, whether it was on a rap album, had a song where the girls were singing, or on a R&B album, have a song where the dude was rapping. Like it was just something
Hmm.
that you did. So that crossover happened all the time. So that's kind of like how I know him. So if it wasn't that or the remix, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really listen to that much hip hop outside of R. Kelly.
Right.
So
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be tuning in. We'll be tuning in.
that's what's up. That's what's up. What else we got going? What else we got going on though? Cause oh man, I know what I wanted to tell you. I know what I wanted to tell you. Cause this shit pissed me the fuck off, man.
What?
This shit bad. This shit pissed me off bad. So I go to try to go get my teeth, you know what I'm saying, fixed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cause this shit fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? My whole life, my smile has been immaculate. And then now, you know what I'm saying? Nah, this shit ain't working for me. So I go to try to set all my appointments up to get my teeth fixed and shit. And I got all of these different all of these different people telling me that my insurance, you know what I'm saying, I need a certain type of insurance or my insurance ain't right or whatever like that. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, man, I can't just pay cash for the rest of it. Like what's really, you know what I'm saying, the problem? Like, oh well, if that's if that's what you want to do, we can go ahead and do it for you. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's gonna take like 6 weeks to go through all of the things that I need to get done or all of the things that I
Mm-hmm.
want to have done. And I'm mad that it's gonna take this fucking long. Like for this to be America, this America, right? For this to be America, and you got money and insurance, like money and insurance, not like just the free healthcare, not that. You know what I'm saying? You got
Okay,
paid for
but wait,
insurance.
like, is there different procedures that's gonna happen during this 6 week period, or is
I'm
just
talking.
6 weeks worth of waiting?
Nah, I'm getting a deep cleaning. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm getting a deep cleaning. Then I'm getting 2 repairs. Getting 2 repairs, repair on the front and repair on the side and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm getting 4 wisdom teeth removed. Fucking A.
Mm.
Fucking A. So I think they're gonna do the cleanings. They're gonna do the cleanings first, the
Mm.
repairs second, and then the removals last.
Yeah, because I think that with the removals, because they're doing 4, and you have to have the anesthesia, that's probably the part that's not covered under the insurance that you're paying for out of pocket, more than likely.
The anesthesia?
Maybe it depends. It depends.
Fuck.
Yeah, because all of that stuff, like depending on the insurance, like all of that stuff isn't covered, so you do end up paying a good chunk of it out of pocket when you're removing that many teeth at one time. Those wisdom teeth.
Well, I'll be glad to get this shit cracking because
Like, are they bothering you?
no, they not outside of my feelings being hurt. Nah, like my feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm telling man, come on, man. Like that's what I had. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's all I had. That's all I had.
Oh my gosh.
That motherfucker just slowly started fading to black on my motherfucking ass. I was like, man, hold on, hold on, man. Let me get this shit together real quick, man, because the jokes that ensue behind motherfuckers that's under 40 with teeth missing, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I saw one motherfucker joke about the 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 dudes with the side teeth missing or the girls with the side teeth missing giving the best head and shit. I'm like, oh man, I don't need that pressure on I don't need that pressure on me, man. I don't need that pressure on me, man. I'm just saying, man, I don't need that pressure on me, man. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? Let me get some shit in order, man. Fuck that.
my
Let
god.
me get
Oh
some
my
shit in order.
goodness. No, yeah. Definitely take care of the smile. Yeah.
Yeah, man, got to have that shit in order, man. Can't just be walking around here with gaps at places and shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking like you smoking squares with your mouth closed and shit.
Listen. Mm-mm. Yeah, no,
Can't be doing that.
I got the insurance. We got the insurance, so we be at the dentist with the
Hell yeah, it don't
so
even be insurance. It be insurance.
with
Got
the
that
insurance. We
insurance.
got the insurance.
I got that insurance, man.
We
I
got
got that
the
insurance. You ain't
insurance.
got that insurance, man. You need that insurance, man. Man, shit. You pay that insurance. You got to pay that insurance, boy. You don't pay that insurance, boy. Yeah, out here fucked up. You don't pay that insurance.
Shit.
So yeah, but it took a while for me to get in because the COVID protocols and shit. And this
Yeah.
state's so fucking weird. Like the, you know what I'm saying, having a red governor or whatever. Like motherfuckers be walking around here nutty. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no other way to put it, man. Motherfuckers just be walking around here nutty. Don't know if they coming or going. To be honest, man, it's just rough. Like I was watching on the news that I guess Tucker Carlson on Fox, excuse me, started calling for motherfuckers to call the police on motherfuckers if they saw people out and about with their kids and their kids had masks on. Told motherfuckers to start calling the police on them, call Child Protective
If
Services.
they did or didn't have masks.
If they did, so he said that putting that mask on your child is equivalent to beating them, to assaulting them. He did. He said that shit. So like, and it's motherfuckers that's gonna listen to that shit and take heed to it. And it's just that's just where we live at. You know what I mean?
I mean,
That's
but if I'm out here in the streets in public and I'm wearing a mask for my protection, then you think I'm gonna let my kids not have a mask? Like,
listen.
make it
I,
make sense to me. Make it make sense.
hey man, I ain't got it in me. I ain't got it in me. You know what I'm saying?
Like
'Cause I'm not finna.
even the 2-year-old, he wears a mask. So
I would just not judge people regardless of what it is that they did. Like if they decided to put their kid in the mask, they decided to put their kid in the mask. If they decide not to, they decide not to. I can't make a motherfucker do it. I can only control what I do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I do it, then I'm gonna do whatever it is that I feel is necessary to protect me and my family. You know what I'm saying? So I went and got the shot. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go get the second one. And I ain't fucking around with people that's not applying to those rules and regulations. That's just what it is that I feel I need to do in order to protect myself. I think that's the smartest thing for me to do. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just stay the fuck over there. Like
Real
it's real
simple.
fucking simple. You know what I'm
Real
saying? Like
simple.
it's real fucking simple. Like just go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like however you want to put it, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever
Right.
you want to do that, but do that shit over there. Like, cause this is what we doing over here. If you don't want to do that over here, then go do that shit over there. Like it's that fucking simple.
I feel you on that. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully everything goes well with your appointments and with
Yeah, man.
insurance
I'm
and
looking
with
forward to them
insurance.
motherfuckers. I can't
Yeah.
wait till that insurance come through so I can go ahead and get these motherfuckers filled in, filed down, whatever the fuck they need to do. Cause baby, ain't that what y'all say, baby?
Baby.
Shit.
Okay, so what do we have next on the agenda? What's next?
Man, I know we were supposed to chop it up over the Awakening series, but I didn't watch episode 2.
Yes,
Like
you did. I
I,
remember when you watched it. We
I
talked about this.
I know, but I was supposed to rewatch it and take notes, and I didn't.
Uh,
And I done forgot about the shit. So I
it
started to.
wasn't a whole lot to remember, to be real honest, because this is one of those episodes where it just started and they skipped so far along that it wasn't really much to remember, you know?
So it was like you wake up, well, you look up, and she like it's 6 months later or whatever. Baby
Exactly.
6 months old or some shit.
Just like that. Just like
Okay.
that.
All right. So
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 I
fill
could
me in and tell
okay.
me about it. Goddamn it.
So, for those who don't know, we're on season 1, episode 2 of The
Right.
Awakenings. Okay. So, this episode kind of starts out If we remember from the first one, she had just found out she was pregnant,
She
right?
had just found out she was pregnant.
Right.
Right.
So going into episode 2, she at home, she got the thick ass yellow page book. You remember those? She got the thick ass yellow page book, and she going through there. She calling clinics like she trying to
Okay, yeah, I did watch it. Okay, I remember that. I
right.
remember that.
So
I
she
remember that.
she
Okay.
calling around to the abortion clinics trying to get quotes and set up
Hey, how
an
much?
appointment. How much is it? Okay, so she didn't have all the money, so she had to call her dad
Yeah.
to get the rest of the money and kind of play it off and
And
say it's
said that
for
shit was for a trip.
it's for a
Said that shit
school
was for a
trip.
school trip. School trip, word.
It's for a
School's going
school
to chop
trip.
shops now.
Right.
School's going to chop shops.
Don't give it in the check to mama. I'ma come pick it. It gotta be
Yeah,
cash,
yeah.
daddy. It gotta
I
be
come pick it
cash.
up.
I come
I
pick
come
it up.
pick it up. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That was straight game. That was straight game.
man, finessing. So then she get her money from Pops and she gonna go to the little clinic or whatever. And she walked in there. She was game to do it at first, but then once she got in the back and she heard the other girls back there screaming and shit like that,
What was that? Oh, that ain't nothing. It's
that's
just
nothing. She just scared. She just
she's
scared.
just a little scared. It's not that big of a deal.
It's nothing. So
Oh, okay, okay.
she went running on up out of there with the
You
quick.
got somebody that can give you a ride. Oh, I could call somebody. Hell no, you can't call nobody, man. So yeah, so she ended up running up out of there
Right.
and end up going home. She get home and some dude start knocking. Yeah, some dude start knocking on the
Her
door.
mom's boyfriend.
So my boyfriend start knocking on the door. He like, hey, your mama here? She like, no, my mama ain't here, but she'll be back in a little while. So she go ahead and close the door. He like, hold
Wait,
on,
I'm
hold on.
sorry. It's the voice for me. It's the
What? What?
it's the voice for me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
So
Continue.
so she like, so he say, man, so yeah, where your so your mama ain't here? She like, no, but she'll be back in a little while. So she go close the door. He like, no, let me in. Let me sit here for a second, man. You ain't gonna offer me nowhere to sit. You ain't offer me no drink, shit. So she let him in. He sit down.
Mm-hmm.
So he say, man, so how old are you? Oh, I'm like 16. Yeah, you look good, but yeah, you ain't no 16. You grown. Uh-huh. Let me come on over there with you. So every time he get up to go sit next to her, she get
She
up and
get
run
up.
and sit
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah, because she already knowing what he on.
Yeah, so right around the time he finna try to get a fill on or whatever, her mama come in the door. So this dude dirty as hell. So this dirty motherfucker, he gonna be like, hey man, you need to talk to your daughter. Cause she in here coming on to me. Trying
Uh-huh.
to come on to me and everything. See, I saw her coming out of the
I saw her running out of the clinic.
I saw her coming out of the abortion clinic. She was in the abortion clinic. I saw her coming in. I saw her coming out of there. I don't know what y'all doing in here, but so then her mama being her mama, she like, you trying to flirt with my man? You trying to flirt? I
Ooh,
can't
child.
have nothing. I
Ooh,
can't
child.
have nothing.
Ooh.
I know you ain't pregnant. You better not be pregnant.
That's when she grabbed her by the arms and she shake.
Shaking the shit out of her fucking ass, yo.
I ain't
So I'm
taking
just
care of no babies.
now before we proceed, like, can we address the lack of motherly love coming from this woman at this point?
No motherly love, no compassion,
At
no
all.
understanding, no
This only
nothing.
episode 2. We've already established she ain't gonna buy this girl shit. She in year old pants that's flooding. She
Mm-hmm.
can't get new pants. She take you put her ass out because she took the
Child support check.
child support check. She took your check, so you put her ass out. Now some dude that was trying to rape her tell you that she was coming out of an abortion clinic, and your thing, your first mind is that she was trying to take your man. Now, I hate to believe that this is based on real life. Like, motherfuckers was really living like this, because this was fucked up.
It happens. I've heard stories,
Man,
similar stories.
this
I've
shit was
heard it.
fucked up.
Yeah, and not only that, like all mom does from what we gathered from just episode 1 and 2, she worked. Mama do work, right?
Right where Tommy work at, because we don't know, and she ain't said where she
Yeah,
worked yet.
mama work, but then also mama have dates with all these different men.
Oh yeah, mama a
You forget,
whole hoe.
mama a whole
Mama a whole hoe.
a big old hole.
She's like, didn't you just get paid? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's this new spot around corner I've been wanting to go to. So yeah. Why don't you go cash your check and I should be ready in about an hour? Child, please, man. Child, please. So
Oh my gosh.
picking back up on our story. So she ends up shaking Marquita or whatever, and Marquita leaves. I don't know where she goes, but she leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
it's
she
like a
goes
fact.
to the well, no, I think it fast forwards after that.
Yeah, fast forward after that.
Yeah, it fast forwards to her being now. She went from being 2 months pregnant to now she's 8 months pregnant.
Showing and going, baby. Showing and going. Like her
And
belly
she goes
big as a motherfucker.
to the little restaurant spot or whatever it is where she be hanging out at, and she had a little sit down conversation, like they was in there whispering, like, "Yeah, I heard she pregnant. Who she pregnant by? Oh, she pregnant by Jay. Oh, that nigga ain't shit." Like
I know he ain't shit. Like
no, he ain't
that's what everybody knew he wasn't shit, but ain't nobody tell her before she
Did
started talking to her
nobody
that he wasn't
tell her
shit.
up front that, look, baby girl, he ain't shit. This ain't who you want to deal with. No.
Whole time she telling I know she had to tell these people, man, that he took my child support check from my daddy, had me cash that check, and took all the money, and tell
Ooh.
them nothing. Back when they was bragging to her about going to Lord and Taylor
Mm-hmm.
and wearing Gloria Vanderbilt and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody All right, so they sitting at the table in the restaurant.
So they
and
sit
then
at the table. Mm-hmm.
they discussing her getting pregnant and everything like that, and how she need to get a job. She like, I need money. That's what I need. I need some money. And the one girl that's been constant in these 2 episodes so far has been telling her, like, man, you need to go down to the church with me,
Yeah,
get
she's like an
saved. You know what
older
I'm saying?
woman. She's an older woman, and
Yeah,
she,
you need to come with me, get saved. Come down to the church, get saved. She's like, I
yeah,
don't need to get saved. I need to get a man. So I don't need to go to church. I need a man. I need a man with some money. That's what I need. Whoa, okay, that's what we on. Okay, she got the game. She got the
that's what
game
she look at
already.
her mama do. That's what she look at her mama do.
That's what she see her mama do. Yeah, her mama go out there, get her a man and get her some
So
money.
she got
Yeah,
it
so
honest. You know, she a finesse and a fly dresser. So
in the finest of fabrics, baby, in the finest of fabrics.
So yeah, so she telling her, like, hey, I'm here for you. If you ever need someplace to stay or you need to talk or whatever, I'm here. Here's a Bible with my number in it. And she's like, I don't need this. I don't need this.
I don't need that Bible. I don't need that Bible.
I need a man.
I need a man. You got a man somewhere? Is it a man in church? Like, man, the shit that was coming out of her mouth. And then, okay, so they start to leave. They break up their little party.
But
And
the
then
baby
Jay
daddy
comes
is
over.
there.
Yeah, then
Like
Jay
he's
comes
in
over.
the same
This
fucking restaurant. Oh my gosh.
This grade A dirtbag. He come over. He like, yeah, I hope you and that baby's daddy have a nice life. Or I hope you find that baby's father. Y'all have a good
Just
life
ain't
together.
shit. Ain't shit.
It's like,
Mm-mm.
man, you just gonna deny everything, huh? Okay, man. You still
Pretty
ain't seen
much.
this dude's face yet. Don't know if his haircut or not, because in that scene he got a hat,
He got a hat and sunglasses.
sunglasses, and a jacket on. In that scene, man.
Every fucking scene.
It's
So
almost like he a cartoon character. He dressed the same in every episode.
So then that's when it goes from there to now she's, I guess, reminiscing of, all the shit that happened between her and Jay, like, them meeting and you love me, you love me, all that shit. You love me, don't you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So they just flashing back to all these different scenes and her crying and shit after they had sex and shit and her trying just all this different shit, like, all the red flags basically. They showing all the red flags. you know what I'm saying?
Like, oh my god, all of the embarrassing shit that just made me not want to believe this shit was filmed and shot in
Like, girl, did
Chicago
that
on
not make
location
you
and shit.
want to leave him? That didn't make you want to leave him alone? Like, girl, like all the red flags, and you just fuck them red flags. You just riding it like it's a roller coaster on 6 motherfucking flags. You had 6 flags, Great America. Fuck them red flags. We, bitch, like,
Shit.
get off the ride. Get
I'm just
off the
saying.
fucking ride.
I'm just saying, man. If this your guy, right, and he needs you to cash a check at a check cashing place that ain't in your name, I don't really think you should be fucking with him no more. That would just be my red flag. Like, anybody talking me into doing something like, yeah, if you love me, you give me the. I'm like, man, that shit work on people? That shit can't work on people. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, this motherfucker.
But the thing
So,
is, you have to keep in mind she's 16 too.
right. So this is
So
16. This is a young, impressionable 16-year-old girl. So,
So it's not like we're talking about a 30-year-old woman. We're talking about a 16-year-old girl here. And I mean, we don't even know how old Jay is, but I'm assuming he's older.
fam got 5 kids out in the street, man. Man, please.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, so after that, we now fast forward. So she went from being 2 months pregnant to 8 months pregnant, and then the last scene of the show, she's actually in the hospital giving birth.
Hollering like a mother, like hollering and screaming and shit.
And that was that scene was extended. Like, that was an extended scene with her
Jesus
screaming.
Christ, that was a lot of fucking
It
yelling,
was
man.
loud,
Like,
and she talked, I want my mama, I want my mommy, and shit like that.
look, man, the medic on Saving Private Ryan, right? He got shot in the field and he was bleeding out his liver, and they were telling him where he was shot. He was like, "Oh my God, it's my liver." And it was like, "Man, what you want us to do? What you want us to do, man?" He's like, "Man, can I have some morphine? Because it's about to go. It's about to be over with, man." This motherfucker asked for some morphine, got the morphine, and just said, "Mama, mama," like called his mama twice and died. He was in battle. He got shot in his liver. Called his mama twice. This motherfucker is having a baby and is screaming as if she's being pulled from limb by limb, one by one, with hot extension cord wire, some shit. Like, it's like, why are you screaming like this? Like, somebody put tell her to shut the fuck up. Like, ain't nobody ever say like, hey, why don't we just shoot this again? You don't yell this much next time. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was just sitting there like, okay, I know they ain't gonna let this shit play for 2 months. Man, that shit, she was hollering for
It was
about 5
extended,
minutes.
but I really think that the producers of the show was really trying to
Oh
put
my God.
emphasis on, hey, childbirth is not no easy thing. So maybe I
Oh
think
my
maybe
God.
that's where they were coming from with it. Like, that's the angle they were coming at with it. But I think that's they were really trying to put emphasis on, hey, you just don't
Oh.
go in there and here's the baby. Like, it don't work that way.
Man, like she was in that motherfucker. Like, I'm not saying that like 5 minutes is a long time. 5 minutes is a long time on screen. So
Yeah, on screen. Yeah.
when you hollering and screaming for 5 minutes on screen, fam, somebody should have montaged that shit. Somebody should have chopped that shit up or played some music in the background and just showed her doing this shit. Something like
Just throw the door what?
You know what I'm saying? Shaking her head, no, or some shit with her mouth open. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody should have did some shit like that. Just have her hollering, screaming, "I want my mama. Where's my mama?" And why would you call out for the one motherfucker?
That don't
This the
give a
time,
shit.
man, that we know for sure. This whole series so far don't give a fuck about you or that baby.
Because if she
Boy,
did, she would have been in the delivery room with you. Yeah.
man, she'd have been at least close. Shit, like, man, she'd have been in the waiting room or something. She wasn't nowhere near your motherfucker. She didn't give a fuck about you having that baby. She's trying to figure out what time the club open.
She tried to set up her next date.
Trying to get to that line. Shit.
So she can finesse him.
All right, so that part after that, I don't remember nothing after that.
No,
So
after that, the episode went off. Like that was the last
okay, so I
of the
did
show.
see the
So
whole
that was it.
episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
it. So
I
that's it.
did see the whole
Pretty quick
episode.
episode. Like I say, they jumped around a lot, but after the childbirth scene, that was it. We didn't see the baby being born or anything like that, or there wasn't a baby. It was just screaming and legs open, and I want my mama. Like that's all that happened. So,
Mm-mm.
so
Wow.
So next week we'll be discussing season 1, episode 3. So
Okay.
follow along with
I
us,
definitely make
episode
sure.
3.
I definitely make sure I check it out again. Cause now, like, what my expectations are is that the acting is gonna get better, or at least the quality of the shooting is gonna get better. Because they added montage music this time. You know what I'm saying? Episode 2. You had a little bit of
The awakening.
oh yeah, that oh my god, that is the greatest theme song ever.
I don't even remember the whole thing. I just remember
Oh
that.
my god, that is the greatest theme song ever. It's like they didn't even know what the name of the show was gonna be, and then they wrote the song, and then the name of the show came from the song. That's how that shit happened. Like that's how that song man, that song is wonderfully horrific, fam. That shit is wonderfully horrific. When I don't even like it was just at first it was just like them singing, and I don't know if they wanted it to be a gospel song and then try to make it appealing to the R&B crowd. I don't know what the fuck that shit was, fam, but it is comedy. It is comedy,
It
man.
is. It is. Oh my
It
god.
is comedy. And
So
but when you think about it though, these people was dead ass about this show. Like
mhm.
the acting, the people that wrote it, all of the players, there used to be a sermon after the show went off. You remember that shit? Like
I would
the
turn it
bishop used
off.
to go on
I was
and
like,
he used to have a sermon after this shit. He would give a sermon about the episode when the episode went off. I remember that shit.
turn it off. Turn it off.
Huh?
I would turn it off. I was a heathen. I would turn it off.
Oh
Cricket, turn
wow.
it off.
Man, because what I was also kind of hoping would happen was that they would play some of them commercials they used to play before the
Bro.
episode came on. You remember them skating the commercials they used to have for them holy skate parties out there in Markham? You remember that shit? When they,
Yes.
oh my god, I was like, man, I wonder if they gonna somebody gonna play one of them commercials and shit. I ain't seen one yet. They used to always have that one girl that used to say, "I'm from Chicago, Illinois."
Illinois with the S at the end.
Oh my god, that S shit. Oh my god.
Like, bitch, who does that? Sit your ass
Them,
down.
them chicks out in the hundreds. Yes, I want them all.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Yeah, because I've been to Markham, but I was a Route 66 head. Like take
The
me.
first time I went to the, I'm gonna tell you what happened. The first time I went to the
Oh
route,
shit.
I was supposed to go meet some people at the route.
Juke it,
So,
juke it.
like, living on the low end, that's a long ass ride. Like, if you on the bus, that's a long ass ride. And what I should have did was take the train. That's what the fuck I should have did. I should have just jumped on the train I should have just jumped on the train, got off on 63rd, and took the either took the King Drive the rest of the way
Drive.
or walked. It would have been safer to take the King Drive bus, but let me tell you what happened on the King Drive bus. So I get down there, and as soon as we get to like, I guess as soon as we get to O Block, as soon as we get there, these motherfuckers jump on through the back of the fucking bus and just start yanking motherfuckers off and beating the shit out of them. Now I don't know what they was getting their ass whooped for. I didn't care.
You know, that was gang
I didn't
shit.
care.
That was
I
gang
took the
shit.
fuck off. Like when I tell you I ran them whole 3.5 blocks because wherever that front gate is to Parkway, all the way to 63rd, it feel like 2.5 because it's like a cutoff block of shit where the Walgreens is and shit. That block don't count or whatever. Like you got the
Yeah.
you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shit. And I had to run up the motherfucking stairs to King. Man, please. I was out of there. That was my one and only time going. I was out of there. I'm talking about I was out of there.
Oh
I was
my
up.
gosh. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I was every Saturday night I was there, and like I said, I was hustle queen back then. So it's like I used to, make my money just so I could do what? Go to the route. So I was babysitting, doing hair, doing nails, selling dinner plates, walking kids to school.
Wait a minute, you were selling
Yeah,
dinner plates
yeah.
to go to the route.
My
How old
dad.
was? What the fuck was? Who the fuck was buying a plate from a girl that was trying to go to the route? Like,
Well, my dad used to barbecue on the weekend, so it was like $5 chicken plates, $7 real plates. My mom would make the sides. Yeah, throw dinner
okay. I
plates,
thought you
and
was cooking this
I
shit.
made
I'm like, man, I know a
no, I
motherfucker ain't
wasn't
buying
cooking
no
it.
plate from your
No,
ass.
I wasn't cooking it. I wasn't cooking it. I was just help
I'm like,
selling it.
that is straight cap.
Uh, yeah, you know everybody in the hood had a hustle. It was you all. Every hood had the candy
Oh yeah,
lady,
that was for
and
sure. On my block, it was Miss
every
Gerald.
hood had the same
On my
shit.
block, it was Miss
Yeah.
Gerald. She lived right across the street. And my what was funny was,
And in the summertime, you had the icy
yeah, she
lady.
was the same lady. Miss Gerald was the same lady. But what was funny was that my grandmother used to think my grandfather was flirting with her, and I never saw her. I never saw him talk to her. But my grandmother used to like, you must be going over there to talk to that big bitch. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother, man, she was hard as hell, man. She was hard.
Not that big
She was man,
bitch.
she was hard as hell. Like, man, she was hard as hell. Miss Gerald was yup, but Miss Gerald, she was the candy and the icy lady. And then Miss
Barbara, this is Shirley.
I don't even know how to say I don't even know if it was Shirley or Cheryl. I don't because we never said it right. You know what I'm saying? We just said Miss Cheryl. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the fuck it came out. So I think it was Cheryl, you know what I'm saying? But it could have been.
Mhm.
It could have been any fucking thing. So uh once Miss Cheryl moved to the well, she moved to the zones. So she was staying on person. She moved to a building on person. But when
Mhm.
she moved, Miss Bell took over. Miss Bell lived right next door to me. And Miss Bell was selling, she would sell candy and shit. And then there was another, it was yeah, because it was like a candy lady, it was an icy lady, you know what I'm saying, in the summertime and shit. So yeah, everybody had a hustle. Like except my motherfucking cause my yeah, cause I was the only one that could come outside and shit. So at 9 and I go out and I shovel and shit. But there was a
Yeah.
bunch of kids on
Yeah,
my
I
block the
definitely
same
had
age. So
yeah, because when I was trying to get extra cute, I would get some finger waves to go.
no, I
Yes,
remember you in them
it was
finger
a
waves, fam. I
yeah.
remember them finger waves, fam.
The finger waves and the ocean waves and all that shit. So yeah, I had to go to the. But it's like the thing is for me, I wouldn't just go to the juke sessions. I would get there early, and I would actually skate. Like I was a pretty halfway decent skater.
That's because you
Like
light skinned.
so, I would.
Like everybody, everybody I know that's light skinned can skate their ass off. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what the fuck it
I
is.
wasn't like
All you yellow motherfuckers can
expert.
skate y'all ass off. I don't know what the fuck it is, boy. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Oh
But you
my
don't know a yellow
gosh.
motherfucker that can't skate. You don't. Like so you can sit there, you be like, oh my god, y'all be, oh my god, it ain't even that serious. Whatever, dude. Like all of the yellow motherfuckers I know can skate. It's just a fact.
Whatever. But I did go and skate, and then once skate session was over, it was juke session. So yes, I was there. I was there. That
Man,
was my
I
spot.
always wanted to just go to one of them motherfuckers, get my shirt lifted up in the back, just be doing that shit. I always wanted it. Man, I always wanted to. Because
Hold on,
hell yeah.
hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was always in a house party like that. You know what I'm saying? You be in a house party like that, but not at the route. Like in the route, it was something different because it'd be a whole big ass circle. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a big ass circle of motherfuckers. And then it'd be like that one girl in the middle that be fucking somebody up. Like he trying to stay there and she banging his motherfucker. And it was always like some little ass, she was short, but it was always some short ass girl. And she'd be banging his motherfucking ass. He'd just be sitting there, standing there like this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hat falling off and everything and shit. Niggas holding his shirt up like, Oh, them was
Okay.
the days, man. Them was the days.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was. All the dry humping that went on in
Oh
that
my
place. It
God.
was
I can
just.
imagine. Cause I knew what they was like. Cause I used to go to the block parties up there in Stateway. Over on Stateway. And I'm talking about, man, them motherfuckers was block parties. Like, it's something like the whole projects was out there. Like, man, them motherfuckers was so fun, man.
Okay, so bet. So then when I see you the next time, wherever I see you, we gonna go to the strip club. And I hold your shirt up if that's what you're gonna do. I hold your shirt up.
It's a bet. It's a
Watch,
bet.
watch somebody throw their ass in a
It's a
circle on
bet.
you.
It's a
So
bet.
I
It's a
got you.
bet.
I got
It's a bet. I know that
I
if
got
it's anything I know for sure is that you gonna definitely hold that bet. Like you gonna keep that. You gonna man.
oh,
You
consider it done. It's done. It's
a
done, my
man of
nigga.
your word with that shit. Yeah, ain't no motherfucking.
It's done. It got my damn bun falling
Oh
a
my!
little because
Oh
I'm trying.
wow!
It's done, but it's
Even the
done though.
anticipation and shit. Oh my god!
Say less.
All right, man. What else? What else we got going on? That should be about it, ain't it?
Yeah, that's all that was on the agenda for
I
today.
think I think that was probably about enough. That was probably about enough. That was probably about enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Venus loves strippers. Loves the strip clubs. Yeah.
All right, then. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this week. But we want to thank y'all for tuning in and listening to us, man. We'll be back next week with another episode.
Yes. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget next week, season 1, episode 3, The Awakening. So tune in so you can follow along with us. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for subscribing. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe.
Thank y'all. We out.
Peace and blessings.